Alrighty guys, so now we're in the part where we're installing the intake manifold. We're going to be using this MassWorks CNC half-inch spacer. This is one of the products that they have. This is normally used for when you're going to use either top mount fuel rail, either MassWorks, Radium, or other type of fuel rails. These are pretty good because they will space out the gap that the top of the plenum of the SR20 intakes have when you put it. If you don't have this, it's gonna hit that fuel rail and you're not gonna have clearance for the idle air control valve. For those that use it, you're gonna need this. Others don't. I personally use this on my car, and you have more than enough space between the idle air control valve and the fuel rail. So this is a must if you want to keep that option for your SR20. Again, this is a MassWorks half-inch CNC spacer plate, and it comes with O-ring gaskets front and back, and also comes with all necessary hardware for you to install this. Alright, so this is what we got right now. The bottom plenum is already in. Mount bolted up, already tight. I put copper spray on the gasket as well, and pretty much it's pretty straightforward with this plate. You just slide it on and voila. Just make sure, even though you could put it either way, in some cases on this you can't. It's only one way. Now another thing, if you're going to use this spacer, the two studs on the intake manifold, with this spacer you're not going to use this anymore, because of since you're using the spacer, it eliminates the space that you're going to have if you were to put the top of the plenum. You don't have any intake leak or anything like that if you don't use these two studs. I haven't had any problems with it. I stomp on my engine, not too much, but I do occasionally, and I haven't had any problems as to just bolting here, and here, and having these two without bolting. I haven't had any leaks or anything like that. So don't worry if you don't feel comfortable. I mean, you could just pop these studs on, put two bolts from the top down. But if not, you could just leave it as guides, and then that's it. That's all you need. Next, we're gonna be doing the fuel rail. He also used this customer also wanted MassWorks fuel rail and idle air control valve spacer. And that's what we're going to be installing here. My camera died, so I couldn't get a glimpse of putting the pressure plate, but I already put it. It's just hand tight. I haven't bolted it up yet. I just need to find the bolts, but the clutch is already installed. And also the turbo is finally installed. I didn't bolt it up complete on the last video. I just had it there for reference as to how much bend I needed for the lines, but I already figured it out. I already have this line completely tight. I just need to tighten this. I'm just waiting for the fitting adapter kit that we're gonna have for the oil drain, and that's probably going to be here between Wednesday and Thursday. But once that's in, this motor is going to be most likely in by Friday. So that's my plan. Once that's in, I already put the coolant hose in. I'll put the other line in once I get the adapter kit here. And that's pretty much it. what we got. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video, and stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nippon Speed. Today we're going to be continuing the install on the intake manifold. I put a copper spray on the OEM gasket. It doesn't matter if, even though the spacer that we're using for the intake manifold, even though it has O-rings, what I did was put the OEM gasket just to have extra seal. I already put copper spray on both sides, just a thin coat. And then now we're gonna go in with the spacer, just like that. All we gotta do now is do the fuel, and then we're gonna put the top of the plenum, bolt it, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so I already put some lube, thin coat of lube, so that I don't strip the O-rings, these injectors. And all you gotta do is just play with it. This kit comes with little spacers and hard works, so just pretty straightforward. Just put it on and that's it. Injector Dynamics 1000cc injectors and MassWorks fuel rail. It has AM fittings, but we're gonna switch them out for barred fittings. 6 Allen. Don't torque it too much. I'm gonna have serious problems. That's it. In this case, we are going to switch these studs. The kit does come with it, with the replacements. In mine, like I said, I didn't do it. I haven't had any problems, but since this motor's going to have a little bit more power than what I got, better safe than sorry, so I'm going to switch them. Use the vice grips. For most of you that know or don't know, use the vice grips to take the when it's too tight, you just use it to oh, okay. So take the tough part out to loosen it. You use the vice grip to loosen it, and then use think of a plier to take it out. Alright. We got both of those up. Go right back in. Just like that. Supplied hardware, you put it where it goes. long one goes in the middle. Make sure, because not all of these are the same size. The small ones go. You got two small ones. Let's go like this. These are the two small ones. And you got one, it's a different size. One that's a little bit more bigger. The bigger ones go on the outer. But there's a lot more space. It needs to be from here all the way down. And then the little ones go in the middle. These are also the same size, the 6, Allen 6. And that's it. It's already installed. Okay guys, now we're going to be installing the AC bracket with idle pulley. Right there. Now we're going to install the MassWorks idle air control valve spacer. It already comes with O-rings already installed. So what we're going to do is, on one side, see here, little hole, just gonna go with this one. Just gonna go like that. And on the plenum side, we're gonna go with the OEM gasket. Even though it has O-rings, but you can never be too careful, so it's best if it comes with it, just put it. You won't have any problems with, the gasket being over it. You're just gonna have extra seal, which is what you want, especially when there's water or fluid going through. So you just do that. Put the bolt, feed it, Voila, that's it. This is a size 5 Allen. For the hardware that goes with the spacer is a 7, but for the hardware that goes with the idle air control valve spacer it's a 5. The map is going to go right here. We're going to apply some thread sealant, Teflon thread sealant. Just a tiny coat. Even though water doesn't go through it, we're gonna have air going through. You don't want no air coming out, so we're just putting a very thin coat so we don't have no air coming out, that's all. That's all we're doing. Don't want to over tight, and this is size 16. Tad. That's it. And that's the inside. That way you wouldn't have no air coming out. So that's it. We have the intake side done. Installed the intake, the idle air control, the map. We took the valve cover out so we could seal the half moons on the new gasket just to make sure. They're common to leak from here and the two on the back, so we're gonna put a new gasket, put a thin coat of silicone right here, and then put back the valve cover.